What's going on, you guys? My name is Matt, and if you're new here, I want to go ahead and invite you to subscribe to the channel and to like this video. It's the best way to show your support and that you really like the content that I'm putting out. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Binance Wealth Matrix. This is a project that it's only 3 days old, so we're super early on this one. But people keep chirping in my ear. I keep getting DMs saying, you got to check this out, Matt, check this out. It has a lot of similarities to some projects that are really popping off and exploding right now, but it has a lot of fresh, different tokenomics that I find very interesting. So that's what we're going to cover. We're going to see what all the hype's about, and we'll break it down in this video. I just want to remind you guys that I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm definitely not giving you financial advice. I'm simply showing you what I'm doing in my journey. This is what I'm doing, okay? So you guys can take that information, process it, go ask your questions, read through it. If it makes sense to you, then yeah, you can do whatever you want to do and you can get in. I'll have a link down in the description below. Just always remember the risk involved, use risk capital only. You guys know the drill. Okay, so one of the things that really caught my attention about the Binance Wealth Matrix is they have some pretty unique tokenomics going on with their Climb token. This is the Climb token price right here. This token, everything about the Binance Wealth Matrix is designed, everything is designed to make this price of the Climb token go up. So every time somebody sells, every time somebody buys, and every time somebody reinvests, every action taken within the matrix causes the price of Climb to go up. And we'll kind of cover briefly how that works in just a minute here. But that's the goal here, is to accumulate Climb tokens, because the price of the Climb token, in theory, should keep going up. Again, we're super early on this one. It only launched 3 days ago. And if you jump over to their contract, you can see they have, let me refresh this, 126,000 in the contract. Just this morning, it was under 100,000. Obviously, it's on the Binance Smart Chain, and you need BUSD or USDT to be able to jump into it. I had some BUSD that I had from other projects, so I just went ahead and threw that in. I wanted to get in here and test this. This is generally what I do, because I don't just dump a big bag of money into a new project that I'm unfamiliar with. I like to get in, I like to test it, I like to make sure it's functioning, and this is the way I teach myself about the project, by getting into it. So you can see my deposit there. You can see my claimable Climb tokens here, and you can see that I have a max production of 4.5 Claim tokens per day that I'm going to be earning. And a couple of things that you need to know here. Every 12 hours, you need to take an action, or you'll stop collecting Climb tokens. The reason that they do this is because they don't want people to buy and hold their tokens. They need actions to happen to make the price go higher with the Climb token. So this is one more way that they're incentivizing people to take an action. In this case, you can either reinvest your Climb tokens or redeem them. The second thing that you need to understand is, when you're earning these Climb tokens, you're earning a percent of the value of the money that you put. So in my case, I deposited 300, so I'm earning 3% of that 300. I'm not earning 3% of however much the price of Climb is. So it's going to become more and more difficult to earn Climb tokens as the price goes up. That's why getting in early can make the biggest difference, because you're going to be able to accumulate way more Climb tokens now than you would be able to in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month from now. So I need to make my decision quick on whether I wanted to go ahead and get this up to 1,000 quickly, or wherever I want to take this, because I would like to earn as many of these as I can before the price goes up. A great example of this is Solar Road, which I've been in now for about 4 weeks. It's been absolutely nuts. This thing is blowing up. And the SOD token, which is similar, I guess, has some similarities to the Climb token. And I'm not saying the Climb token is going to get to this price, because this didn't start at $1. This started at like, I want to say $27 or something. And at this point, it's going crazy. But what happens in Solar Road is you go over here to mining, and you can mine the SOD token. And so you have your deposited amount of money of A coins in this dApp that you're earning SOD. You have them staked in here, you're mining SOD, but you're earning rewards based on your dollar amount staked, not the SOD. So as SOD continues to climb and go crazy, get to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, whatever it's going to get to, I'm going to be earning less of them per day. I'll be earning the same amount of dollars per day, but I'll be earning less of the token. The same thing happens over here. You're going to earn less of the token, the Climb token, every single day as the price goes up, unless you are reinvesting or adding new capital in. The other important thing to note is you don't get your initial deposit back. So you have to know, whatever you deposit into here, you're not going to get it back. You're just going to be able to earn 3% of it every single day. And you have a choice whether you can obviously reinvest it or claim it out, redeem it. They do have a Telegram group that you guys can join, and make sure you go in there and ask questions. Make sure you feel comfortable before making any kind of an investment. They have an audit by Solid Proof, which I kind of breezed through it. And you can see they have no critical issues, no high issues, no medium issues, and no low issues, which I think is pretty good. They also stated in the audit that it's an immutable contract with no backdoors. So obviously that's super important to me. I think that brings a certain level of assurance. But again, you guys, this thing does not currently have any outside revenue sources coming into it. So it's degen in that way. They do have some plans, if we go over to the FAQs, that they have some external revenue sources that they have planned to be able to feed money in to the Binance Wealth Matrix. But as far as I'm concerned, I've heard that story before, and I do not believe that or even count that unless it's actually happening. Okay, so I'm just viewing it as it doesn't have external revenue sources. So I'll just hit a couple of these FAQs. What makes the Binance Wealth Matrix unique? They say, we've created an asset, which is the Climb token, that rises every time it's transacted: investments, reinvestments, and redemptions. They say that they use an internal liquidity pool and that it's 100% collateralized by USDT and BUSD. So you guys can research this and dig into this, but they claim that all of the Climb tokens are actually 100% collateralized by one of the stable assets that people deposited with. You cannot buy Climb outside of the Binance Wealth Matrix. There's currently not an OTC marketplace. You can't buy it anywhere else except for right here on the DApp. So because it's an internal liquidity pool, there's really not a chart for the Climb token that you can look at and see the price going up or going down. This is something that you're just having to trust that what's reading out on the DApp, on the dashboard, is actually the truth. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys read through the rest of these. If we jump back over to how Climb works, this is going to give you a much more thorough, in-depth explanation of what happens when somebody buys, what happens when somebody sells, and how it actually affects the Climb token. It's all spelled out for you right in here. So you guys can read through all of this, but I wanted to point something out down here at the bottom. They say, so while each investor's TVL score will rise and fall based on the actions of the totality of investors, the price of the Climb will always rise. It is our belief that the constant increase in price of Climb will help offset and negate temporary decrease in total contract value. So what they're trying to say here is, if we go back to the matrix and we look at the price of Climb, the fact that this is going up every single day is supposed to be attractive to people, to make people want to earn the Climb token. It's the same thing that's happening over here. People are going bonkers trying to earn this SOD token as fast as they can. They think that's enough of a phenomenon to keep people reinvesting and pumping new money into the contract. However, you guys, if people stop doing that and they only start claiming out of it, of course, you're going to be wanting to watch this contract amount here. And if this starts going significantly down, you're probably going to want to start claiming out as well. Now, remember, they can only claim 3% a day every 24-hour period. So there can't be a huge bank run on the contract. If there was some kind of an event like a bank run where each day everyone's claiming their 3%, in theory, that should make the Climb token price start to skyrocket because it has the tokenomics in place to make the price go up exponentially when people start redeeming. So even if you were the last person on the contract, it would be pretty interesting because you'd probably get the highest price on the Climb token as long as there is money in the contract, right? So you do need to keep an eye on this. This is a game that you're playing. This is a DeFi experiment. So I think it's kind of a fun one. I think we're early on this. And I think this thing, if it starts to take off, it could go crazy if this price keeps going up. Now, when I got in this morning, the price was $1.29. We're already sitting at $1.31. So what am I doing? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding some more skin in the game because I just need to make it worth my while, right? Like 300, it's great and all. And if you get in early, sometimes that's all you need to make a huge dent in things. If these Climb tokens got, to a really high price, well, then I'd still be sitting pretty even with a couple $100. But I'm probably going to want to raise this amount in here. And I'm also probably going to start reinvesting my Climb early on, just so I can try to build this up as big as I can. Again, mainly because we're only 3 days into this thing. And then from there, I'll probably start scaling out of it as the price goes up and probably just come up with a ratio of reinvest to redeem because I want to take risk off the table, but I also want to increase and play and have some skin in the game for the long game of the Climb token really skyrocketing in price over time. So that's basically my review of the Binance Wealth Matrix. So far, I like what I'm seeing. I think this could be an interesting play, and I want to see if this really starts to catch on. If you guys got value out of this video, smash the like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you tune in to all the other videos that I put together for you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.